So I'm gonna make that video to continue on from saying that the PAL Center is a center for charity as a daycare made by police officers, basically to adult supervised single mothers children who cannot afford daycare centers. Now, the first thing I have to say is that law enforcement is they are purposely inhibiting me from being able to make continuous videos that by inhibiting it halfway through as soon as I get past a little bit past 20 minutes, to force me to keep taking breaks where I would make it for 20 minutes, then I would take like an hour uploading it, and then I would have to delete it and then come back to make another one. Law enforcement is purposely doing this to slow me down. Using all these ear druggings to slow me down is not enough for them. They're now using these the tricks where they hack into my phone and make it seem like my phone is out of memory, due to which I have to keep making 20-minute long videos over and over again. Basically, they're inhibiting me from being able to speak. They cannot do this. This is against a person's right to be able to represent themselves in a trial. Law enforcement is forcing me to take 50 million breaks every 20 minutes by stopping my videos every 20 minutes. Then I have to upload it and then delete it before I can make another one. This is totally wrong. It's inhibiting me for my right of determination to be able to represent myself in a trial. So going on to the point that I was speaking of before the video was cut off by law enforcement, I was saying basically that PAL Center is basically made by police officers for single mothers as a work of charity to adult supervise their children who cannot afford daycare centers. This clearly proves from facts and evidence is the fact that when I was being adult supervised, by the way, only due to the fact that I didn't have a father, this psychotic, deranged individual was never there for me. He never paid a single penny for me. And if I ever did ask him for a single penny ever in my life, he would have just been like, no, I can't pay money for that. That's a guitar. That's against your religion. I don't pay money for things that are against your religion. Fact of the matter was, he didn't have any money to begin with, and he never wanted to admit that fact. He only got paid around $3,000 a month, something close to that, and even that after getting into fights with the actual doctors that he had to work with, because he never actually even gave his board exams. He never went to that university he said that he claims he did go to in Ireland. He never even signed up there. So basically, yes, he apparently was a very pious religious man who couldn't give me a single penny and found an excuse for every single thing. Oh, I can't give money for that. That's a guitar. That's against your religion. Stuff like that. Right now, he has no morals. He's going around his in-laws to try to get them to basically commit incest with me, to try to find a way of getting this illegal assurance of money from me. He is doing this literally on a daily basis. This is August the 12th at 1:41 p.m. He's basically doing this then where he's asking this woman, this woman is supposed to be is one of his in-laws, so he goes and asks her if she's willing to sleep with me or not. And then yes, he did this pretty much every single day till he asked her, and she told him that there was no way. Why would you even ask something like this? This is how deranged and psychotic this individual is. My dad, the greedy framer, he was badly humiliated by this woman who basically told him, rightfully so, that why would you even ask something like this? This is insane, because it is very much insane, and you are not supposed to be asking something like this. He did this every single day. He asked it on August the 11th, then he asked it on August the 12th, and then he asked it again on August the 13th, only for her to then, after August the 13th, tell him, why would you even ask me something like this? This is insane that you would even ask me something like this, due to which now he no longer asks me this. Now, this same man who was claiming to be really religious and really pious, he couldn't pay money for this or that because everything was against the religion. This is against the religion. I can't pay money for that. That is against the religion. I can't pay money for that. I did not have anyone to basically adult supervise me as a child. My mother did not, but my mother never gave gave up on me. She never kicked me out of the house. She never let me go. She worked really, really hard for me. And this psychotic deranged individual who never did a single thing for anyone, never paid a single penny for anyone, made an excuse for every single thing. If I ever did ask him for it, I only talked to him once a year. And if I did ask him for it, he always had an excuse, something relating to religion and how he couldn't pay it because the religion didn't allow him. Religion allows him to send people to terror groups, and thankfully he's gotten caught with doing that, since that was a government informant, and now he's banned from the US and England, thankfully. So I wasn't lying after all, now was I? And those people in the FBI following him around and Ibrahim Envious mother were not following him around due to any other reason but the fact that he was doing that. Now, the fact of the matter is that on August the 11th, he didn't think about what the religion would tell him when he was asking, going around begging me all day, night long, telling me that he's going to find a woman for me to sleep with from his in-laws. On August the 12th, he didn't care about what the religion was telling him to do or not do when he was asking me to sleep with a woman from his in-laws in exchange for illegal assurance of money. August the 13th, the same thing. He didn't care about what the religion was telling him when he was asking me if I wanted to go sleep with women as an in-laws, only to get for him to get badly humiliated, rejected, yell the crap out by these women that he was going over to and asking if they were willing to sleep with me, commit incest with me, and telling them, I'm going to get a lot of money from Hassan, and I'm going to split it with you half and half, which the BS. I'm not giving anyone a single penny, first of all, and he could keep asking me for these MoneyGram ads all day and night long, by the way, that he asked me for all day, every day. I couldn't care less. He's not getting a single penny out of me. This is an hour, 12 minutes after midnight, August the 18th, and this is MoneyGram, by the way, basically due to the fact that he understands that he cannot go to this place, so if I buy a mansion in Mayfair, then he's not going to go there. It's going to be my mother going there and me going there. So these blackmail price tags that he had been sending me all day, night long for the Mayfair, London neighborhood makes no sense since he's banned over there. So if I buy it over there, the only person that's visiting there is me and my mother. That's it. So yes, now he's sent me MoneyGram blackmail price tags, basically saying, are you going to give him money or not? And basically my answer is absolutely 0 pennies, not one red cent to this psychotic and deranged individuals. Basically, yes, that is his motive. His motive obviously is money. But literally the talking point that he's trying to use, you have to understand the fact that it was because of him that my mother did not have any money. She was working in fast food restaurants. He never paid her a single penny. He only got paid himself like around $3,000 a month or so. But the fact of the matter is he never supported anyone in any way, shape, or form. And for years, my mother had to work at fast food restaurants and do things of that certain nature. In the end, my mother told me to go overseas and go study at a pharmacy school, for which my mother paid for my food, basic necessities, and law enforcement will show you the evidence, basic necessities, transportation, getting my state shop notes getting photocopied, clothing, and also exam fees. They barely paid like $90 a month, and even that was because my grandma was saying that she was going to die from angina or something if I didn't stay in the same house or something like that. But it was only for a little while, and it was only like $90 a month, not even as much as my mother paid. My mother, basically, I've never even lived in the same country as my dad, the greedy framer. Never even talked to him on the phone, making it impossible for him to have had any influence on my life or environment whatsoever. The other thing that you have to understand about me being overseas is when I am overseas, he's not living there. He cannot claim that I am bad at studying, bad exam taker, that I'm a drug addict, or that I'm sexually perverted, or any of these things, considering the fact that these are things that have been found out as being lies. My dad, the greedy framer, is only trying to say these things about me to get revenge from me for me rejecting him and his psychotic, deranged demands for money, where he's now even asked me if I'm willing to go sleep with his in-laws, by the way, for money. Okay, every single day he was asking me this till on August the 13th, the in-laws that he was asking, basically they denied him, and they said that this is something that you should never even ask us. How dare you even ask this to us? Only for him to now send me MoneyGram transfer ads, knowing that I rejected him from these ads as well, sent to me today, August the 18th, at hour 12 minutes past midnight. Basically, yeah, right now my dad, the greedy framer, is trying to get revenge from me. He cannot make up lies himself, but the courts have to understand the fact that the things that Adam G said about me have been found to be completely fabricated and lies. Now that Adam G has been found to have committed these fabrications and lies against me through law enforcement, and with law enforcement's help, law enforcement only had Adam G make these lies against me 10,000 miles away, when if they're lies, then law enforcement could have just made them over here, which they did not do, only due to the fact that law enforcement understood the fact that over here in the US they would have gotten caught. Well, they got caught in overseas as well, and Adam G got caught fabricating a false testimony against me overseas as well. Now, the thing about it is, my dad, the greedy framer, is going to try to get revenge from me by claiming the same things that Adam G tried to claim about me. You have to understand, the courts have to understand the fact that once something gets found out as being a lie, it is a lie. No matter who repeats it, it doesn't matter. My dad, the greedy framer, was never there overseas when I was there. He could not have any evidence of me being sexually perverted, a drug addict, or being dumb, stupid, low IQ, bad exam taker, any of these things. So his source has to be law enforcement. The same law enforcement who has just been found fabricating these things against me are the law enforcement that are my dad, the greedy framer's source. That law enforcement, whether my dad, the greedy framer, claims that he got this from law enforcement before Adam G was taught how to lie against me, or after Adam G was taught how to lie against me, his source is the same person, the same group of people in law enforcement that were teaching Adam G how to lie against me on July 11th about me being drug addicted or sexually perverted, or on August the 7th on me being dumb, stupid, bad exam taker, too dumb and low IQ to give exams, all these things. If law enforcement has been caught teaching Adam G to lie against me 10,000 miles away, so law enforcement cannot get caught lying against me from 10,000 miles away, my dad, the greedy framer, cannot claim these lies and say that law enforcement is a source of information, whether law enforcement was a source of this information before Adam G got caught on July 11th and August the 7th, or after Adam G got caught on July 11th and August the 7th. My dad, the greedy framer, cannot use the same lies that Adam G has made against me. Adam G also showed evidence of these lies. On August the 7th, he showed a text message where he said that this man apparently he knew on August the 7th, this month, was someone I went to pharmacy school with, and he was a witness to me being dumb, stupid, low IQ, bad exam taker, bad at giving and prepping for exams, and all these things, even after law enforcement's confessed that my brain savant was locked the entire time, like how it is right now, unlike how it was on April 22nd, 2025. But basically, yes, Adam G claimed that this man from the overseas pharmacy school was a witness to the fact that on August 7th that I'm a bad exam taker, low IQ, dumb, stupid, bad at prepping for exams, and all these things, despite law enforcement confessing that they locked up my brain savant and drugged me with extreme amnesia drugs just to make sure that I could not give exams. My dad, the greedy framer, is a revenge taker. He's a very aggressive individual. He will use the same lies that Adam G literally got caught saying on August the 7th. Every single thing that this man said on August the 7th about how and why I'm a bad exam taker, how and why I'm bad at prepping for exams, how and why I cannot give exams, how and why he knows that I am low IQ. Every single thing that this man, that Adam G was teaching to make these lies against me on August the 7th to claim I'm low IQ and dumb, stupid, All of these things my dad, the greedy framer, is going to repeat right now in court to make me look like I'm bad exam taker, low IQ, dumb, stupid, to degrade me, lower the value of my brain savant in any way, shape, or form possible. And this is the reason why. This is from today, an hour and 12 minutes after midnight. He got a strong no from me. I told law enforcement to take this ad and throw it right back at his face because there's no way I'm giving him a single penny. And you know what the other reason is? The other reason is he wants to put his anger for him getting degraded by this woman in his in-laws on me. Okay, he wants to put this on me. August the 12th, same thing, commit incest with my in-laws and then give me illegal assurance of the money. August the 13th, same thing, commit incest with my in-laws and give me illegal assurance of the money. My dad, the greedy framer, is playing two games at one time. On the one hand, he is going around with his 5-foot-long beard that he grew for the past 50 years of his life as being a symbol of being religious and pious, begging women from his in-laws, ruining his reputation to sleep with me, and saying that he's going to divide up the money between them and make it 50-50 between himself and that woman. Basically, yes. And at the same time, he's claiming to the courts that there's no money involved because there's no monetary value of my brain savant. He's also claiming these lies that Adam G has already been caught claiming on August the 7th. These lies are fabricated by law enforcement. The same law enforcement that are my dad, the greedy framer's source. My dad, the greedy framer, needs to understand the fact that he cannot be lying in court over and over and over and over again. He's already been caught lying. The entire month of January, he was caught lying against me. Only to try to give me not a death sentence, not a life sentence, but a death sentence to make sure that my brain savant money cannot go to my mother if it's not going to him. So my dad, the greedy framer, has to understand the fact that he cannot be continuing to lie in court over and over and over again. A lie is a lie no matter who repeats it. There is no way my dad, the greedy framer, would be a witness to me being a drug addict. No way my dad, the greedy framer, would be a witness to me being sexually perverted. No way my dad, the greedy framer, would be a witness to me being low IQ, dumb, stupid, bad exam taker, any of these things if I've never even lived in the same country with him, which means that he needs a source. And his source of info is the same source of info that has just been caught fabricating lies against me on just recently, right now, on August the 7th, with Adam G literally making false testimonies against me, teaching someone to make lies against me on August 7th after showing evidence for that lie. By the way, Adam G showed very good evidence. He showed a text message, and in that text message, I called that person with the name Johnny. Johnny basically means love, and what that text message really showed to the court was the fact that I was such great BFFs with this individual that I literally called him at night before going to sleep every single night. What it proved at the end of the day was that everything was false and fabricated. The evidence from the text message was fully false and fabricated. It was only a one-time text, and it's true that that person, I did call him Johnny, but it was not because I talked to him every single night before going to sleep and shared all my secrets with him. Those secrets were all completely fabricated that Adam G used to show against me on August the 7th. Every single thing that Adam G said against me on August the 7th was a complete and total lie, fabricated evidence. You have to understand the fact that if my dad, the greedy flamer, finds other sources of evidence, other sources of info that he claims are similar to what Adam G and Maruk found on August the 7th against me, then the question is raised. Why was this real evidence not used on August the 7th by the same law enforcement? If this real evidence that law enforcement is now giving my dad, the greedy framer, is actually real, then why did they not use this real evidence on August the 7th? They could have, this very month, they could have used this real evidence that my dad, the greedy framer, is claiming he has of me being low IQ, dumb, stupid, bad exam taker, all these things. If they had real evidence, then what was the point of Adam G and Maruk telling the person on August the 7th that that he has to claim that I'm a bad exam taker, I'm low IQ, dumb, stupid, all of these things. There's no point of them fabricating if there's actual evidence. Is there? Common sense dictates that there's no point in doing that. So if this very law enforcement team had Adamji and Maruk make these lies against me on August the 7th, and say all these lies against me on August the 7th, then obviously these are complete and total lies that my dad, the greedy framer, is now repeating, only to get revenge from me, only due to the fact that I am not willing to give him this illegal assurance of money that he keeps asking me for all day, night long. This is just from yesterday. This is just from today, an hour, 12 minutes after midnight, and he's trying to get revenge from me. In me not from this woman from his in-laws. He was going around begging a woman from his in-laws to sleep with me in exchange for illegal assurances of money, and so now after he got yelled a crap out by this woman, now the only option that he has is basically to try to get revenge from me for not finding a way of getting illegal assurances of money from me by getting revenge from me by making a false testimonies or repeating lies. The other thing that you have to remember is that Adamji has already been caught making complete and total lies against me, even before August 7th, claiming that I'm a bad exam taker, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Those were all lies fabricated in front of government, watching them do so. On July the 11th, he was making lies about me being drug addicted, sexually perverted individual, only because on July 10th, a day before, I found out about Ibrahim getting rejected by my elementary school teacher and him trying to advertise himself on my car cameras at 8:45 p.m. and the fact that he was also a drug addict, except for being sexually perverted, was something that I was going to talk about on July 11th due to the fact that he ends up in the emergency room once a week overdosing on crystal methamphetamine. They took revenge on me, tried to, by making false testimonies about me being drug addicted and sexually perverted on July 11th. So those were lies. But even before these lies about me being sexually perverted, drug addicted, or being bad, exam taker, low IQ, dumb, stupid, all these things, even before all these lies, Adamji has already been caught making numerous other lies about me, all kinds of lies about me, trying to claim that I'm a bad person, this and that, blah, 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 criminal, every single thing out of his extreme envy. Adamji even confessed that he was extremely envious of me and everyone that lived overseas, and he wished for them all to be kicked out of their countries and forced to go back to their own countries. Adamji confessed to this. You cannot use the lies that Adamji has already been caught making against me by my dad, the greedy framer, repeating those lies despite them already being caught as being complete and total lies, only due to the fact that just today I refused to accept his money offer of agreeing to give him a single penny of money in any way, shape, or form possible, and just to try to get revenge from me for him getting yelled the crap out by this woman in his in-laws, whom he went and he asked if she was willing to sleep with me or not, commit incest with me or not, because he told her that she would get a lot of money and that he would take that money and he would split it between her and himself, being the greedy, psychotic, deranged individual that he is, and that she should sleep with me and commit incest with me so that she could get this money and have it split between my dad, the greedy framer, and herself. Just deranged individual with all these psychotic thinking and thoughts that have nothing to do with reality. I never agreed to give anyone a single penny. I've been rejecting his claims every single day, and there is no way that I would do that. Adamji, Maruk, Abdullah with the group chat, they have already been caught making numerous false testimonies against me already. So these are not any good. These are no longer any good in the court of law. Okay. The other thing that you have to understand is the fact that The claims that my dad, the greedy framer, made about me as a child, they do not make any sense. They do not hold any weight in a court of law, mainly due to the fact that when I was a child being adult supervised by any of law enforcement's BFFs like Uncle Joey never sent people to terror groups. First of all, he was never banned from any countries. First of all, he never committed any crimes. First of all, anything Uncle Joey could have said around me being an 11-year-old child in 2001 was only saying, never doing. There were never any crimes committed around me as a child by Uncle Joey or any of law enforcement's BFFs like what my dad, the greedy framer, has been caught doing, due to which he is banned from multiple countries in the world right now, including the US and England, which means that him sending me these as blackmail price tags do not make any sense, since he cannot go to the Mayfair Center, place in London on April 13th. He was sending me this for the Mayfair in London, England, and another one for Mayfair on March the 1st at 8:32 p.m. this very year, 2026, and then April the 4th this very year, 2026, another one for Mayfair. It makes no sense for him to be sending me these ads for Mayfair, due to which now he just sends me MoneyGram to ask me, just like today, an hour 12 minutes after midnight, to ask me if I'm willing to give him money or not. So yes, no one has ever around me as a child being adult supervised ever committed any crimes whatsoever. Anything that anyone could have said would have only been one of law enforcement's own BFFs like Uncle Joey. It would have only have been something that they could have said around me as a child, and anything that anyone could have done around me as a child. Excuse me. Which means that not only did my mother get permission from law enforcement when I was an 11-year-old child, letting them know that it was due to the force and necessity of a single mother that I had to be adult supervised by anyone willing to watch me for free, due to which I was adult supervised by anyone until I gained a slightest bit of mental maturity as a child, but that it's also proven not only from what my mother told law enforcement when I was an 11-year-old child, but it's also been proven from the fact that I was a member of the PAL Center starting when I was a 9-year-old child 27 years ago in the year 1997. In the year 2001, probably around the year 1999. In the year 1999, I was a 9-year-old child, and my mother had me sign up at the PAL Center to, as a member, they used drugs on me, because of which I cannot think properly, okay? Yes, so my mother had me sign up at the PAL Center literally 27 years ago when I was a 9-year-old child in the year 1999, which is a clear proof and evidence of the fact that I only do this when they're drugging me. It's a clear evidence and proof of the fact that I needed adult supervision as a child, and that my mother was in desperate need of anyone adult supervising me as a child. She did not want to leave me out there without a shelter. I'm not going to go wait at the park for her. So they had this center. It was called the PAL Center, right across the street from my elementary school, mainly designed for single mothers who did not have the means to afford daycare, worked at fast food restaurants. It was run by police officers who were kind enough to watch and adult supervise the children until the mother would get off from work. Now, the fact of the matter is that center was specifically designed for such people. My dad, the greedy framer, who never helped out, he never adult supervised anyone for anything, never even gave a single penny for any daycares or anything of that sort of nature, didn't make much himself. He only earned around $3,000 a month working for actual doctors. He was never a doctor. He's not even a physician's assistant. He just worked for doctors, helped them out at hospitals. That's it. He never went to that university in Ireland that he claimed. He never even stepped inside of it. Forget signing up for it, never even stepped inside of it, never even researched it online. He's a pathological liar. He lied about every single thing, which is why right now he's fighting very greedily for this brain savant money, begging his in-laws to commit incest with me with this 5-foot-long beard that he's grown for the past 50 years, ruining his reputation and doing so only to try to get illegal assurance of that money one way or another. Now, the thing that the courts have to understand is the fact that obviously he was never around, never helped up with anything. My mother had to work everything out on her own. Single mother working at a fast food restaurant, no money for daycare, nothing at all, which means that she had to sign me up for places like the PAL Center, which was amazing. It was great. There was nothing wrong with it. A nice place of shelter, okay? Nice people over there, took good care of us. Basketball court, they washed us, gave us shelter till my mother would get off from work. So basically, yes, this was a bare necessity of a single mother that she had to deal with when I was a child. And the biggest evidence